Greetings, y'all. It is Matt from the Green Arcade. I'm back. Playing some more Farm Simulator 25. We're back in Kinlaig. I think I'm finally getting the name down. Kinlaig. Alright, so let's take a look at what I have done here. So, I baled up all the grass up yonder there. And apparently, with the new game, with the new map, with the expansion pack, the DLC, everything reset. All the settings for the baler reset. The controls all reset a little bit. Yeah, things changed. Even the automatic drop on the wrapper changed. So I bought a wrapper, wrapped some silage bales down the hill there. We've got a windrower now, so we can row up the grass. We have a tedder. That's our expanded trailer there. Got the bale pickup. And our new planter. And I think everything in there is the same. I did go ahead and buy the rear mower. So I've got that. I think that's about it. So this thing, I'm still learning on this. This is different. I figured that you would drop the bales in these little marked zones here, because that's for silage bales or silage. That's for straw bales or straw, or hay bales or hay, loose hay. When I say hay, just hay, I mean like loose hay coming out of a pickup wagon. But apparently that doesn't work. You actually have to put the bales up in these bins here. And don't get me started on how the robot works. Maybe it starts working once I have some silage bales. Don't have those yet. So, everything down the hill here. I mowed where the cows used to be over here. Came in, mowed this out. I need to plow all this up. Need to probably pick the bales up, then plow it all out. I'm gonna cut some trees today. Get started on that. And yeah, maybe look at some land. Alright, so it's kind of late in the day here. It's 6, just after 6 p.m. Got our baler there. I think that's it. I think we're pretty much good to go. I think I did start doing some contracts. So I did buy a roller as well. Or not a roller. What do you call this? The hoe. I bought a hoe. It was pretty cheap. It was a cheap hoe. It didn't really cost that much. And I think I'll make all my money back out of this hoe. I took it to several locations and did some jobs with the hoe. And made probably a little bit of our money back. I think the jobs were like 5 to 6, 7 grand a piece. And I think I did 4 of them. So it adds up. So I have that for contracts now. I don't think I have any more contracts for our hoe. Let's see, contracts. Got a lot of fertilizing contracts though. None of them are really that great, but granted, the fields here are not individually large. The contracts here are not going to be that big. I got a few harvesting ones. I did notice that the harvesting ones up the hill there. So, kind of up here. Yeah, up here. These take a little more time to get to. There's no, like, other than this road right there, all the roads are kind of like long, scenic route back roads. And I have no idea where I'm at. Let's Where am I? Think I'm right in here somewhere-ish. No? Yes. Yeah, I'm right there. Okay. So I need to go across the railroad tracks and over that way. I did notice there were some people living in tents out here in these woods, so something to think about. I do know that all these, well, most of these fences, well, I'll say all the gates. I'll probably leave some of the boundary hedges where they're at, but all the gates, they're gonna probably go. We want an open approach to our fields, and those gates are just a hindrance. A hindrance at getting headers through there, and a hindrance at just trying to get in with anything, really. I wish this field was not in carrots. I would so buy that field right there. But we own that one. I put my beacons on now that I'm on the highway. You know what I didn't do? I didn't change up my controller, so this is still going to pull to the right a little bit today. I'm just going to set this hoe right over here. Whoa! Nope. Maybe not right there. Maybe forward a little bit. There we go. I think I was on that hill a little bit there. Okay. So yeah, looking at the contracts again, there's a few harvesting contracts, but they're not like really great harvesting contracts. And I did all the hoes, so there's no more hoeing contracts. So I think we're ready to sleep. Get into the next day and get an early start, cut some trees and such. Go in the house here. We gotta... Hey, Grandpa. We gotta stay out of the attic. Got a rocking chair there. This is actually really nice. I wish we had a roaring fire right there. Got our microwave. Quadruple toaster. Not too bad. Is this the wardrobe? It does look like the wardrobe. And then there's the back door. Got a bicycle. 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 I want to ride my bicycle. So maybe like a little, kind of office area. Upstairs, we gotta stay out of the attic. Can I close that door? No. Alright, we'll stay out of the attic. Kind of like Goosebumps. Stay out of the basement. There's a scary clown up there on a TV. Okay. I don't know what, unless that's like a futon, which it could be a futon. There's nothing else in here. That might be like the makeout room or something. I don't know. Unless, you know, of course, if it's a futon, I guess, you know. Here's the bathroom. Gotta know where that's at. Oh, master bedroom. Alright, here we go. This is where we want to go to sleep. Oh, we do have our screen TV in here. Cool beans. So we will sleep till 8 o'clock. We're going to September, y'all. Morning, Twitchy. How's it going? I may sound out of breath. I've been up early this morning. I went to the grocery store early this morning, and I ran back home so I could stream for you guys. So I'm a little tired. A little out of breath. The ladies decided they wanted my famous chicken salad. So I had to go get all the stuff to do that. And I needed everything. There's a lot of stuff that goes in it, so I had to get everything. Alright, so we are in September now. Let's see what's out there. Probably a lot of contracts. I'll let that kind of load up. See what out there. The carrots are ready to harvest. We don't own those though. The sorghum there is ready to harvest. How much is that field? That field is 208. I think I'm going to hold off on that field for now because there's some other property that I want to buy. Mainly these woods down here. So let's go to that carrot field. So we own this field, and our wheat field's just north of this. I want to buy these woods over here. We get this tree with that parcel of land. We get the whole forest area on this side of the tracks down there. And then I think we get these two big trees. I think we get that one. But I know we get these down here. Pretty sure we get these. These are not. I think the hedge is the barrier. So that's another big tree there and another big tree there. And these are worth a lot of wood chips. Plus, I'll probably chip a few of these larger trees that are, you know, kind of tall and straight out here. But we won't buy it just yet. We'll get to it. It's not going to go anywhere. I'm going to go ahead and get to work on up here at the farm because we need to plant another round of wheat and barley. And the time to do that, I think, is now. I think it's September. Yeah, barley starts this month today, and then wheat starts today. So I would say let's go ahead and buy that sorghum field. It's not fully fertilized, but we don't have the header to do the sunflower yet. We really don't have any place to put the sorghum. I'll be honest, the only storage we've got over there is wheat and barley. That's it. I think we're going to have to build another silo system over here. Somewhere at the farm. Something that holds everything. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. Instead of just two. Because this silo system only holds two. There's another silo system that's like this. But it only holds three. So we've got barley and wheat in here. Crazy that it only holds two things. So we'd have to decide where to build a new silo system. We could sell that grain in there, but I think we're gonna need some of that for stuff. Don't we need that for like fish in the long run? Oh yeah, we're gonna need flour. We'll need soybeans, and we will need canola oil. So I think we gotta place the oil factory. We gotta buy the flour mill, if there is a flour mill. I know there's a windmill that we have to build. Maybe another windmill? Or do we have to build this one? Let's go visit this one. Oh no, yeah, we do gotta build it. So you don't even start with your flour mill. Okay. So we've got to build that. I don't even know what all it needs to be built. Does it say? We can't even go in there. How do you know? Oh, do we have to buy the land? Plot ownership required. So yeah, I would say we'd have to buy the land. Is that where I'm at? Oi. That's pretty pricey. $457,000. But we need a place to take our stuff to. Our wheat and our barley. Guess I could try to dive into the loan more. We'll have money from wood chips because we're gonna cut some trees. You get quite a bit of land with it though. How far do we go? So it looks like it goes almost to that parcel almost. Wish I could get rid of that. Wish that was translucent so you can't really see like the entire property with that little box popping up. Ooh, do we get that one? Maybe. Maybe not. Well, they really like their parsnips. Yeah, okay, so we'd have to buy that. Let me go look at the back side of the property. I don't know if we get this or not. This might be part of this plot of land there. You just follow the creek along here. There's plenty of trees out here, I'll say that much. Is that the border? Oh, the border comes around in a curve. So that's the border. Whatever big trees over there, we can't get to, so... Wow. And the border does curve around a little bit. So you really don't get a ton of trees, even. Just what's out here, kind of in this direction. There's the road down there. Well, I say we just hang on to what we've got. We hang on to our barley and our wheat. And then we'll worry about building something else later. Alright, time to cut some trees. Good morning, Boone. Yeah, the Green Arcade during the week. Still off today. I go back to work tomorrow. Took off a few days for the Highlands. Kinlaig DLC map, so... Alright, so I'm not going to cut that tree. That tree is specifically for the cows. I think I'm going to start over here. Probably need to move our baler, though. Get it out of the way. Alright, I did buy a roller as well. It's sitting up there at the grass field. So that field is rolled now, grass rolled. So that means it's fully fertilized and ready to go for the next round. Now we'll just park this right here. Tell you what, that's a good thumbnail right there. Gonna cut some trees. Too bad I can't take my chainsaw out and take a picture with my chainsaw. That would be cool. Alright, so we'll go back into that mode. Got a Husqvarna chainsaw, so it sounds a little different from what we're used to. Almost sounds like a cow trying to sing like opera, you know, like Pavarotti. No more of the new map. What are you talking about? This is the new map. Crazy? Can you not tell? I mean, look at our house. This is the new map. Great, and we got another one here. Title says Iowa Plains. Oh, did it say Iowa Plains yesterday? It probably did. I probably forgot to change it. I always forget that when I switch maps. I'll go in there and change that. I didn't think anybody really paid attention to the titles, but I guess they do. Alright, so let me go in and change that real quick here. It sure does, doesn't it? Let's see. Kinlaig. Highlands. Fishing. I'm not gonna put DLC. Everybody knows pretty much that it's a DLC. Okay, so that is done. So if you refresh your thing now, it should be up to date. Well, that popped up, didn't it? You have to move that around a little bit to get to it. This little tree, probably not worth much. I'll leave it alone. We do own this one. Now, the other trees compared to these, the one we cut yesterday, it was worth like almost 300,000 liters. I just gotta get this circle to stay green. So yeah, streaming this morning, and then I've got to get busy on stuff this afternoon. And then I'm back to work tomorrow. The videos from this will probably come out on YouTube Thursday and Friday. And then we are going to a new map on Saturday. We are going to Riverbend Springs 4X by Stevie, because that's supposed to come out Friday sometime. Looking forward to that map. We are going to play that map in a different way. We're going to start from zero. We're literally going to have nothing. We're not even going to have a place to lay our heads at night. So we got to work towards that. Alright, we own this one as well. Gotta find the sweet spot on these. If I cut it that way, though, it's gonna hit that wall. Oop. Yep, starting from zero. We're going to do the $0 challenge. So basically, how do we do that? Well, we start with nothing, and then do a lot of contracts. Basically, we're gonna have to earn every dollar we make. We're not starting with $1 million over there. We're not starting with any equipment. Not starting with any lands. So yeah, we are going to be broke as a joke. Starting out over there, so we'll be working for other farmers in the county. That did not fall. Wobbling. I know I cut it. Oh boy, I'll never get used to that fishing pole coming out. Fall over. Should be another part to this stump. There it is. Gotta find it in this grass. Alright, so there's another tree for us. We got another one down here. I'm pretty sure we own this. Yep. Tell you what, let me cut that towards the field. If I can. And I don't think all of these are going to be worth 300,000. Some of these, like this one, is not as big around, so I don't think they'll be worth that much. But they'll still be worth something. Takes forever to cut it down. Gonna eat some fish and chips in town. Need a bagpipe accompaniment to go with that. Anybody play the bagpipes? Yeah. I could probably play, you guys ever see Friends? Where Ross gets the bagpipes? You don't own that one. One of our hired worker houses here. Oh no, that's Ben's house. Hi Ben. Oh look, it's September, so they put the Halloween decorations up in September. He's got spider webs on here. Where are there pumpkins? Spider webs. There's a grill. Little windmill. No, I don't see any pumpkins. Maybe the pumpkins come in October. I think the spider webs will come in October too. I don't know. Let's see. I need to go down yonder here. Want to get rid of these trees. Pretty sure we own this. I'm just gonna fell that away. You play them every Friday, Green? The bagpipes. I could probably do the Friends reference. That's where I was going with. Where Ross is playing Celebrate on the bagpipes. He wants to play it Monica and Chandler's wedding. Little bit to get to this. Take this out of here and get rid of it. Why does that keep doing that? See how that keeps going over there? I don't want to get rid of the tree by accident. Is there still some stumpage over here? Let me just move the tree out here. I'll never get used to that. So you can't go the other way anymore with the hand tool cycle. So you have to go through the flashlight and the fishing pole. Why does that keep doing that? There's still some stump right there. For some reason it's going right there. Hang on, I gotta look at this. I don't know what... There's something there that it's picking up on. I don't see nothing though. See if I can get rid of this. And now it's going to that. That's weird. I don't know why it keeps going over there. Yeah, we're gonna plow it all under anyway. Now I'm thinking these trees can go too if we own that. Farmland. We do own that, so we could just plow straight through there. Timber! Take that stump out. I'll say they did a good job on the densities of the foliage or whatever you call that. I think that's as low as I can go on that one. Fall that way, fall that way. Or just stay still. I know it's cut. Alright, I'll come back for that stump. I'll find it probably when I'm plowing. Oh, we got another little tree. I don't think this is worth anything, though. I'll get that with the brooks. So yeah, all this is already plowed up, and then we can just kind of plow that up, too. Alright, I think that's all the trees that we currently own. I know there's some maybe back here that we probably could cut. I think there's one right back here. Definitely got to get rid of these gates. Yeah, there's one right there. This one is in the way. It serves no purpose. Matter of fact, it's so close to that power line, it's a hazard. I'm gonna cut that one too. You'll cut too. I can find the green. Yeah, I want it lower. I want to cut it low. I think that's as good as it's gonna get. Morning, Tomcat. How's it going? We're cutting up some wood. They're all made of wood. Yeah, that one's not gonna be worth much. I think that's a smaller one. Alright. Hey, look! Somebody's coming in. Fuzzy's coming in, alright. So I think that's all the trees for right now. Let me go grab the brooks. Gotta put our weight somewhere. Maybe right here. Oh, internet issues? Yeah, I've been there. I like it. I think it's a good one. I know John over at Puma Plow, he was talking about you know, the expansion maps that they've done, and he was talking about Silver Run. Silver Run was great in its own respect, but it had limitations in that it was primarily a logging map. It had a little bit of farming, but not the point where, you know, a majority could be farming. But it was a very pretty map. I like this one because it has the farming, but it also has the fishing that you can do too. So. Alright, let's see how much we can get off of this. So we've got 284 off the first tree. 284,806. So basically 285,000. So we're at 9%. That, if this is the same amount, this should jump up to 18%. But maybe a little less. 284.06. Oh yeah, see it jumped up to, wow, that jumped up to 284.06. Let me do the math here. Hang on, I gotta do the math. I'm gonna be scientific about this. 571, 670, minus 284, 806. Okay, so this tree was worth more. This tree was worth 286, 864. So they're worth about pretty close to 300,000. Now this tree over here is probably going to be less because it's not as big around. I just got to see where I can vacuum it up here. Normally I like going in on the trunk. Oh, there it goes. So we've got 25% now. So not quite as much as we did. Yeah, that one wasn't worth quite as much. I'm just going to go around and start vacuuming them up. I got to remember to change out my controller. So that's 26%. That ain't working. I got to push that out or something. Oh man, you can tell this tree is heavy. Normally I can just push those out. Maybe it's a, I wouldn't say it's a tractor. This is a 359 horsepower tractor. Okay, now let me see if I can grab it. Any jobs need doing? We need to, not really right at the moment, but I can take some contracts out if you want. I see they haven't fixed the farm mascot changing all the time. I can take out some contracts if you want to do some contracts. Depends on what you want to do. What kind of contracts do you want to do? Hit the refresh button there. We don't have a sprayer. I did turn off some of the contracts because we don't have the equipment, but I forgot to do the spraying ones. We'll probably end up getting a sprayer in the long run. There is a ton of harvesting contracts. So if you want to do some harvesting, see, try to find some easy ones. So there's one sorghum field there for 10 grand. Got one for 12. That's one of those weird ones. One of those peas. Of course, you know, I think I have that thing where we can harvest peas with the harvester thing. So those might actually be worth it now. Doing the what is it? Peas and green beans we can do with the regular harvester now. Tell you what, I'll take that sorghum one. And then I'll take the peas one. That's actually not a bad drive. That field is right next to the place it's going. So that's not bad. Oh, you know what? Okay, no. No, I'm right. I'm pretty sure we can do... Tell you what, let's start with the P one. I'm just going to accept it. I'm not going to borrow the equipment. Let's see if we can do that with our harvester. Never tried that on a contract. 29%. And 34%. Guess I need to go up the hill there and get that one before I forget about it. Got that one, so that's 38%. No, I haven't played that game, Crazy. Oh boy, what happened? I hit a wrong button. Yeah, they changed. I feel like they changed, like some of the controls went back to default, maybe, or something. Because I had redone some of them, and they're different now. Let me get this little bitty tree. Got a little limb spinning around down there. Alright, so now that, I think that's it for like the really big trees. We do own a lot of timber over that way, and I may cut some of that too with this Brooks chipper. But I've been looking around. Oh man, you can feel the saves in here too. Kind of stirs a little bit. So this woodland down here, this would be worth investing in because we've got several big trees on it. And we can probably take out a lot of this with the Brooks too, so. But it's $200 and something thousand. Can we take enough loan to get that? 213. So it's 213.8, so I might as well say 214. Can we take out enough loan to do that? What are we at? We're at 535, and we haven't bought any land. So I'm wondering, can we do it? Well, there's 220, so we can get that land. Let's buy that land. So now when we go to farmland, we own that, and then when we buy these fields, theoretically, we should be able to plow a lot of this and merge it all together and make a nice size field right here in the center of the map. Pretty sure you can merge all of these together. Alright, let's cut some more trees. I don't own this tree. What? Did I not just buy this? Is it not on this land? Maybe this one tree is not on the land. Yeah, it says we don't own it. Dude, it's like right on the border though. It says we don't own it. And do the trick. I don't think I can get close enough to do the trick. Nope. We don't own that one. Go down here to the ones we do own. Yeah. See, when it's a yellow circle, that's, I guess, typically the ones we don't own. When you have the lumberjack on and it's red and green, then you probably own it. Morning, Wolf. Takes forever to cut these trees. I think I'm gonna maybe go get a pizza today too. Maybe tonight. Or maybe wait till Friday. I feel like there's probably some more stumpage down here. But I'm not seeing anything. Well, if there is some more there, we'll find it with the plow later. Alright, do we own this tree? I'm gonna say no because it's giving me the yellow circle. We don't own that one. We'd have to buy the carrot field. Pretty sure we own these down here, though. These were, like, right against the woods here. Pretty sure we own these. Oh, yeah. I was gonna say, can you get down there with the header? I just thought about that. That header going down these roads. You may have to cut through some neighbors' fields to get there. I guess I could buy that header cart back. I sold it back. I like the map. Just about? Okay. I like the map, I'll be honest. It's nice to have a UK map now. I've been wanting a UK map for a while. Well, this stump looks like a ruffled potato chip down there in the grass. Look at that. The rings on it, they're so, like, 3D-ish, maybe? It looks like a ruffled potato chip down there. Ooh, boy, I should get some ruffled potato chips while I was at the grocery store. Alright, here's another big one. Every time I cycle through, the fishing pole pops out. Yep, looks like a ruffled potato chip down there. Yeah, we play a lot of American maps too. That's, you know, I'm from America, so we tend to play a lot of American maps. We just finished up Iowa Plainsview by Philabuki, and then we did Alma before. We did Riverbend. I'm trying to remember where all we've been. Oh, we did Judith Plains. How could I forget Judith Plains? Judith Plains, Montana, that was a great map. So far, that's been my favorite map. And I think that's all the big trees for now, but some of these like this that are tall, that are big around at the base, probably we'll get some of those. Depending on where we end up after we get these. I really thought we'd have that one. And we don't own that one. We'd have to buy this field to buy that one. To own that one. And we don't have any vegetable stuff right now, so. Alright, let's get this. Got it. That was a save. So let me get this one over here. This is a little one, but I would normally wouldn't cut it if it's that small, but it's kind of in the way. If we decide to buy that field and then plow this together, I'll go ahead and take it. I like the Iowa Plains. I do like it. I like it when they have the custom productions. And we had a lot over there. We had some that we didn't do. There was some juice stuff that we didn't do, but we had we did the blueberry pancakes. We did firewood. We did maple syrup. That thing is not on yet. Oh, look at that! It's kind of like dancing around there. I guess I got the stump. Alright, let's go get these other big ones. So we're up to 44%. Here we go. And we're up to 54%. Wow, that was like 10%. That might have been the biggest one yet. The Brooks. I'm trying to remember where I got it. I believe it was from an itch.io page. Try searching Brooks, AIO, and then type in itch.io, like itch.io. It'll probably take you to where I found it. Alright, so we're up to 58% now. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm probably going to come back. I'll come back and grab some of these other trees that we own down there. Well, we've got a lot of trees over there that I can get rid of too with this, so. And I think the trees closer to the sawmill, those are the ones that we'll take to the sawmill. Probably need to pick up those bales real quick, just to move them out of the field. Alright, so we've got 58% wood chips. We'll go till we get this thing full, and then we'll sell those this winter. Try to get our loan paid back off. We'll say the mechanics of this tractor, they feel better. Like just reversing it. You know, when you get the, like when you buy the T8 or something like that, it does feel, I don't know, they don't feel as realistic. This feels realistic. Maybe it's the sound. Maybe it's just me, but I don't know. It definitely feels more realistic. Just reversing this thing. And when you let off the accelerator and kind of let it slow down on its own, like idle down. Get rid of this gate too. Alright, so these are not silage yet. I don't know which one is the last one I wrapped. But I'm going to go ahead and pick them up. Maybe. Yeah, see, we got a lot of trees over here that we can take out. And I think that's one of the different sizes of grass bales there. If you look at it, you can kind of tell it's a little longer than that bale. So that's probably a 240 bale. If I pull up to it, it shouldn't put it on here. Because all the bales, I think, have to be the same size. Yeah. See, it's a different size. That is definitely a 240 bale. All those grass bales up there at the sheep, they're 240 bales. For some reason, it didn't keep like our presets stuff. So if you did download the Highlands map, all your preset stuff, I say all of it, some of your preset stuff, if not all of it, might be different. So just FYI. That should be all of them. I'll come back for that little grass bale later. And I need to set these down somewhere out of the way. Probably right here is good. I'll wait for those to become silage and then we'll put them in and have something to feed our cows. Yeah, the Highland cows, they do not do milk. I really thought they would be, you know, some type of milk. But they don't do milk. So, basically they're just, without, you know, Giant saying it, they're beef cattle. Or you could get one as a pet. They are really furry. So... Alright. Let me drop this back over here again. Well, you know what? I got a ton of straw bales over there. Let me go grab those and pick those up real quick. Because we got to plow all that up. We got to plow all this up, but then we've got to plow all of this over here up. Now, I don't know if these are 240 or not. I don't remember where I realized I was on 240. These might be 240. know what I need to start doing? I need to start bookmarking where I get mods at. I will say, most of our mods come from trusted modders that we've used in the past. A lot of the mods come from itch.io. A lot of the mods, you know, Mr. Stevie, we like his mods, and we trust his mods. So, a lot of those come from him. He has his own Google Drive that he does with his mods, so he doesn't have an itch. But I need to like start bookmarking like specific ones that I get. And I think that's all of them. And I may go around the edges of these fields and do a little extra mowing. Make some more silage bales. Need to kind of widen this road off there and make it go one go that way and one go that way. I've never had any problems with the Brooks. Well, I say that. We did have some issues when we did that 16x map. Can I go around this? We had some issues with it falling through the map. But yeah, no problems since then. Well, you got to use it on a certain size tractor. It's got to be a large tractor. And then certain specific ones you absolutely do not use it on. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and grab this grass bale while I'm here. Yeah, I haven't had any problems with the Brooks. Alright. What was that line that the Power Rangers used to say? It's morphin' time? Is that what they used to say? It's morphin' time. Large blue tractor. Do 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 do. Alright, what I'm gonna do is expand this field. Bring my speed down. Try 6 to start. Allow create field. Try to make these curves on it broad and wide. One curve that might not be too broad or wide would be this one, because it is very narrow down here. I'm going to do the best I can with it though. And then this down here, I don't think there's any real great chance of curving this out. So I'll probably just leave that as it is. Couldn't do it. I don't think I could do it broad enough. Alright, so I can take my speed back up now. a little bit. Alright. Got that knocked out. I'm going to come back and probably hire that out. The rest of that. Right now, I'm going to go over here and we're fixing to get our true test of this hedge. So we do own both of these fields. And I kind of want to merge them together. Let's see, we don't own the woods there. I'm going to keep the hedge on the outside. Yeah, we own all that. Yeah, I saw that in the mod hub. That's in the mod hub now. Oh, wow. It does not plow those under. So, what that means is we have to go in and remove them. I don't think I can do it with a chainsaw either. I think they're like a fence. Yep. Nope, can't remove them with a chainsaw either. So you can't plow them under. And you can't remove them with a chainsaw. So that means we've got to like go into the fence thing and remove them. Boy, going into that construction menu just takes forever. Construction mode, yeah. So we want to get rid of that. And that. That was a long one there. So I guess that means we need to get rid of these down here. That one and that one. I'm glad they added the ability to do this though. Like being able to get rid of them. Sure, you can place them back down if you want to. Alright. That's gonna be great when we can buy that field and then that field. And then merge all this together and then maybe take some of these trees out over here and expand it out that way. We'll have to get this section of woods too though. Nice big open grass area up there. Okay, but for right now, we'll just work on getting this done. Oop, getting another message from work. Let's see what that's about. You can just... delete the hedge. Yep, that's what we did. Alright, so turn create field off. I'm gonna go ahead and hire this out and plow this up. See if it generates the field for me. Yep. So merge those two together. Create one nice kind of long field there. Alright, I'll just let him rock and roll. We got peas. They're multiplying. That is so weird seeing the pea dust come out the back of that. It's like something. It's like something out of like a cartoon, like Batman or X-Men or something like that. You know, like a toxic waste gas or something coming out the back of the combine there. Nope, I think I'm full. Alright, where are we going with these? Right over there. So if I go this way and then go out and make the second left. Oh no, there's a stone wall in the way. Why do they do this? Why do farmers or people in the UK, why do you build a stone wall around every field like this? I do not understand. Northeast. So over here. I think this is the field that I rolled too. I think I remember where it's at. Yep, there it is. I mean, the wall is not tall enough to keep deer out, so that rules out that theory. Is it just decoration? I need to change the steering on this too. There we go. Do they set boundaries? Is that really a problem? I mean, we've got farmers that have neighboring fields here, and we don't build stone walls. We basically, you know, kind of respect each other, and you know, okay, that's your field, this is our field, you know. You need help, we'll help. We'll come over and help you out if you have a fire or something like that. But my thing is like if your combine catches on fire here, we're not going to be able to get to it quick enough to save it. Or you, for that matter, because you got stone walls in the way. Think somebody's gonna make a bloomin' onion mod eventually? Yeah, there's too much rain in Scotland for a combine to catch on fire. And now I gotta go all the way back around. This is why your fuel consumption and maybe your pollution is so bad is because you have to drive your equipment. See, I could just enter the field right there. You could put an approach on this side, put just a little approach on the other side, down here on the south side. But no, you've got one gate that goes into your field here. So let's pollute up the air all around this thing. Forget about your cows farting. This is way worse. Having to drive all the way down here to get into your field. Not logical. You know what? Tear down these walls. Famous line from history. Tear down these walls. Take the stones. Let's rebuild the castles with them. You know, if that's, you know, what we need to do. And, you know, pave the road. You know, let's have some cobblestone roads. Have a little walking path. But tear down these walls. We do not need all these walls around the farms. Around the fields. The bad part about it is we don't own this field, so I can't, like, delete it. Otherwise, I'd just delete, like, an exit right straight ahead of me there. Or maybe just a little over to the left. Alright, I'm already pretty much full. I'm gonna go down and place load too. Yeah. Take me that long, by the time I get back, you'll probably be full again. They built them centuries ago, and the government preserves them. So it's like it's like what we have here. If it's like on the National Registry of Historic Places, it's so old, like, oh, we gotta protect it. Yeah. Well, guess what? There's a new farmer in town. I don't believe in any red tape or, you know, if there's a hedge that needs to go away, it's going away. If there's a wall that needs to go away, I'm tearing down that wall. You guys, you young kids, do you know where that saying's from? Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall. I know Twitchy knows. But do you young kids know? Yep, that is from President Reagan's speech directly to Gorbachev, who was the leader of the Soviet Union back then, which would become Russia again. Basically, it's just him demanding that he tear down the Berlin Wall, basically. Because Berlin was kind of split almost down the middle. So you had East Germany and West Germany. And now you just have Germany. But yeah, one side was the German side and the other side was the Soviet Union side. Yep. The Soviet Union, basically, the USSR. Watched a documentary on that, and basically what really put the nail in the coffin for the fall of the Soviet Union was the Chernobyl accident. The Chernobyl accident was so bad that that's kind of what put the nail in the coffin for the Soviet Union. It cost so much to contain that, and it was such a bad thing that happened that they I think that's when they became Russia again. Look at all that toxic gas coming out the back of Fuzzy there. Like he's farting Skittles. Wasn't it David Hasselhoff that took the wall down? No? I don't think so. These walls represent a difficult time in Scotland history. Well, I think they do cause a difficult time in Scotland present. I know they're probably historical, but they're not efficient. They're not I can see maybe having a wall like around like a historical place, but every field is not a historical place. Not every field. We have select fields here in America that are historical places. A lot of battleground fields, like Gettysburg and stuff like that. Essentially, yeah, with Chernobyl, that's what happened was they were doing a test and they didn't adhere to like the safety standards that they should have, but it also kind of wasn't their fault. It was their fault as to what led up to it, but the fact of the matter was that the control rods that went down into the core were lined with graphite, and they put something to the effect of they tried to put the rods back in. They tried to press a button to stop it from actually melting down, and when they put the rods back in, it went back in those like super heated rods because there wasn't any water flow in there or something, and the super heated rods hit the graphite, and then that's what caused the explosion. I'm only at 62%, so I'm gonna let you make another pass there, and then still can't believe there's not a monetary reward for finding all the collectibles. One day, I guess we'll just have to go and get them. And just to kind of, show off for those that hadn't seen it yet, what you actually get for finding all the collectibles, but it's not a monetary reward. It's not really a reward. Just kind of, it's something different. I don't want to spoil it. Is that a mod for the peas? Yes, that is in the mod hub, and I don't know if it's on console. Basically, it turns your harvester, your regular harvester, you can harvest peas and green beans with it. Makes it so much easier. No. Yeah, I forget what the exact name of that is. That mod. Basically, you can harvest, I would just type in like peas or green beans and you'll probably find it. I know it's on PC, but I don't know if it's on console or not. Come on, tractor, pull the hill. I'm coming, Fuzzy, I'm coming. How did you even get in here with that header? And say if we're gonna do contracts, we probably need to get a trailer. Probably need to buy that header trailer back for that header. Alright, is that it? You empty? Yep. I think I know how you got it in there, but I just want to watch and see how you got it in there. Yep. That was my first guess. Just slide to the left. Slide to the right. 3 steps this time. 2, 2. Tell you what, I'm gonna buy a, I'm gonna go ahead and buy back the header trailer for that. Because we'll probably need to tow it back around for other contracts here, so. How much is that thing, I wonder? You know, I didn't put it in the list. I thought it would put it in the list. This is the stuff that we sold back. I wonder if it's because it's something I bought. So I need to go under headers and then go to that header and then see the combinations. That one. 7,500? Really? I'm short? I'm short. Alright, let's see. Don't need the spare tire. Tell you what, we'll change the color of it. We'll make it massy red. And then the rims, we'll make those white, massy white. Alright, the header trailer is back at the shop. I'm gonna go deliver this and complete that contract. Yep, definitely gotta swap these controllers out for Saturday. Y'all probably can't tell it, but I can. We should make a little money here too. That's not bad. 15,000 just for selling the excess or the surplus peas. So now I can go in and complete that contract. And we'll get a little extra there too. 12,000. We actually got more for selling the surplus of the peas that we did than the actual contract itself. That's crazy. Are there any others? Let's go take a look. Yep, there's another pea harvest. Hey, this is really close, Fuzzy. I don't know how far down the road you got, but that's really close. And then we got, we can't do carrots with that thing yet, though, so that's any vegetables we really can't. There's a sorghum field. Where's that at? That's that field I wanted to buy down there, but we're going to hold off. More vegetables. More vegetables. Probably take some of these sorghum things. Can't do spinach with that. We can only do peas and green beans. Spinach. There's green beans down south. Where's that at? I feel like there's less money in green beans. I don't know. That's the contract though, so. There's another peas. Where's that? Yeah, we'd have to transport that a ways up the road. And there's a parsnips. There's a lot of parsnips here on this map. Where was the green bean one? Tell you what, these are both down south, so I'll take the green bean one and the pea one. Because I think they're both down there. What do you mean? How do you say that? No, I'm just gonna say no fingers. What do you mean? Starting farm, any loan, how much money, difficulty. So we're playing on normal difficulty. We did start with the starting farm. We started on new farmer so we could get guaranteed to get all the, buildings and such. We didn't have any loan, but we do now. We started with the million base. So I say we're doing pretty comfortable. We've only got 700 some odd thousand in loan. We upgraded every starting tractor that we had. So we upgraded like the engines on them, the wheels on some of them, and a lot of the equipment we upgraded. We got the Vaterstad planter. We bought a plow, upgraded the combine a little bit. Got the fertilizer spreader. Where are you going first, Fuzzy? Are you coming up here first? Look, I'm already pulled off on the right side of the road. Got to stay on the left side. Field 17, where is that? Is that up here? Field 17, okay, I see you. Oh, you can't open the gate. Should be able to. Got a contract on it. You made it in there. Oh, look, I can open it. Huh, I wonder why you couldn't open it. I wonder if they stay open if you open them. Because I did a previous contract on that field over there, and I think I left it open. I'm pretty sure I didn't close the gate back. So I wonder if they stay open. Oh, there's a strobe light on the back of this. I just noticed that. This trailer has a strobe light on the back of it. Think we'll see the train go by here? Where does it come from? That way? Yeah, it comes from that way. And then it goes... Wait, where's the train track? Is that it? Yeah, it goes down through there. Oh, here it comes. We're gonna see the train. We're gonna see the train. You find a good vantage point here. The choo-choo's coming. Wonder, can you hear it? Does it actually sound like a steam engine train? I feel like they need to probably increase the distance of the sound, because you can hear a steam engine train coming from a long ways away. You guys ever heard one in real life? They ain't quiet. They're a little loud. Here it comes. That was not climactic at all. I mean, it's definitely a steam engine train on the front of it, but I didn't hear no chugga chugga and didn't hear a whistle. Wonder if it whistles at the crossings. Gotta find a crossing. Where's the crossing? There's one. Can't get there fast enough though. Maybe I can. Just gotta go in the right direction. Ah, there's a mountain. Feel like I'm already too late. Or maybe that wasn't a crossing. You know what? That's a tunnel. Never mind. That goes over that road. Okay. So is there a crossing down here? There's a crossing down here. Which way is the train? Which way is the train? There's the tracks. No, it's a bridge. Oh no, I don't think there are any crossings. Might be one further back. Well, here it comes anyway. That's the quietest steam engine I've ever heard. I didn't hear a train whistle either. There's a crossing right there. Yeah, that's a little, alright. Oh, this guy finished. I need to move him. Put him over here. I'm probably going to butcher their name. Azrael112. Thank you for the raid with 125 viewers. Good morning, how's it going? Right, this should load the new field. Yep, there it is. So we'll do 2 rows and then hire that out. Alright, I'm on my way, Fuzzy. Hopefully there's enough room to turn around down here. So, just some improvements that they could make. Give the train a whistle. You know, the old traditional steam engine whistle. And then give it the chugga chugga. It's not really a steam engine train if there's no chugga chugga. If you guys have ever heard a steam engine train engine, you know there's a chugga chugga. I like it. It's great. I know I'm on PC. I'm just using a Xbox style controller. This is actually the PowerA lit controller, lit controller, backlit controller. I've bought a backup. I've got to replace this one. The steering is kind of off on it, so. But yeah, I like the map. The map's great. It's very detailed, very beautiful. Love the scenery. Oh, I need to get out the way, don't I? Ooh, I need to reset my cruise control. Not that button. There goes the train again. Just noticed it has old cars on it too. Alright, I'll catch you on the other side. Now, I'm not going to the same place with these. I think I'm going, am I? Or am I? Hang on, I gotta check the thing now, because I don't know. I think it's going to the same place that I went. Yeah, these are going up there to the same place. Okay. I think those other contracts, so 17 and 12 are going to that place up north. So we need to hop down and do the sorghum down there in 12 next. And we're doing 17 now. And then everything down south, I think, well, except for that, those peas go back up north too. That's going to be a drive. But the green beans don't go very far. They just go down the creek ways away. Down to the west there. Are you getting ready to do straight lines probably? Yep. I'll just wait here. Yep, never noticed that strobe light on there. Granted, this is only the second day I've been playing it, but you know. Let's see, he's in that field. So we've already merged 2 fields together. We've got that larger field there, and then we've got this larger field over here, all just kind of down from the homestead. And then when we bought this forest area down here, and when we buy this forest area, we can probably bring this field over a little more, make it a little more symmetrical, kind of straighter. Maybe even bring it over. I don't know, I have to look at the topographical features of the land, but probably bring it out into these woods a little bit and curve it around with these 2 fields when we get them. And then probably even bring it up north. Merge it with these. Double-decker bus. I have a feeling these headings are not in increments of 5. I'm locking in the enhanced vehicle line, and it is locking in. I'm locked in at 180, but I'm drifting to the left a little bit. I lock it in at 185. You're probably going somewhere in between there. Probably 182 or 183. You don't have to change it, Fuzzy. If you are, well, you're not hired out on the game lines. Are you using the enhanced vehicle mod? Have you set that up yet? If you're not, you should be. That makes it easier on you. That makes it easier on me. Just straight lines. All you gotta do is pick a number in increments of 5. So 180, 185, 190, 195, etc., etc. And you can lock it in. All these tractors have great sounds. This one has a good sound, and the New Holland has a really great sound. Alright, so we gotta go say goodbye to YouTube real quick. You guys over on YouTube, thanks for watching. Make sure you catch the next episode. We're doing harvesting contracts. Harvesting peas and green beans and probably some sorghum here. I think we got some sorghum down there to cut. So we'll catch you in the next one. Until then, remember you reap what you sow. It's Matt from the Great Arcade. We'll see ya.